What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Monday. We had a nice 9-game slate here tonight, and we're coming off a very crazy night with our last video. Mark Reynolds, our first baseman, got 57 DraftKings points for us. Absolutely crazy stuff. I think that might have been the highest DraftKings points I've ever recommended for a player. I think I've hit 40, maybe 50 before, but I don't think 57 has ever been hit. So that was kind of a historic night for him. Crazy stuff. So I hope you guys ran out him on that slate. The pitching was pretty good. Could have been better. Price and Robbie Ray kind of both beat themselves with bad command and kind of getting their pitch counts up. And Price hit 3 batters in 1 inning and actually got in a run because of that. So that was kind of annoying, but Mark Reynolds, crazy stuff. So hope you guys ran him out. But we're back here again, like I mentioned, 9-game slate. Should be a good one. So go ahead and drop a like in the video before we get going. If you're ready to win some money and to show some support to these videos so I can keep them coming every single day, let's try to get over 80 likes on this one. So thank you if you can do that. And let's get into it. I'm going to go with Jose Barrios at my first SB1, 12,100 here against Kansas City. I feel like his ownership could be pretty low. He's kind of been pitching bad over the last 2 games against Milwaukee and Chicago, but those are much tougher lineups compared to what we got here against Kansas City. So Jose Barrios, and he's back here at home too. The guy's much better at home. If you look at the splits, they're pretty damn drastic. The whip is down. The batting average is way down, around 80 points down. The ERA almost cut in half, so just much more comfortable at home here. DraftKings points nearly double, 25.7 DraftKings points on average. So here against Kansas City, I like his upside. They've been striking out a lot more recently. Throughout the whole entire year, they're not a heavy strikeout team. But if you look at that series against Boston, every pitcher was able to get around 9 to 12 Ks against them, and then this against some other pitchers pretty recently, they've been getting struck out a lot. So I think Barrios has good strikeout upside, honestly, in this matchup. And yeah, he definitely has the upside like we saw against Texas, 41 DraftKings points, 39 against the White Sox. When his stuff is on, he's just very good, 33, 36. If he's just on his game, I think he can get to that against Kansas City here tonight. And they're big favorites here in this spot, so he's a good chance of getting a W here. So Jose Barrios at 12,100. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first pitcher. For my second guy, I'm going to go with Eduardo Rodriguez at 8,400. Going against Texas, another guy with good upside at his price tag. Considering the upside he has with the K's against Texas, he has very good BVP against them. Small sample, only 38 plate appearances, but only a 171 batting average allowed to them and a 26% K rate. So in this matchup against Texas, he can definitely get the K's. It's a park downgrade for them, going from the normal Texas Stadium at home to Boston here in Fenway Park. And Eduardo Rodriguez is a solid strikeout pitcher, 25% K rate on the season. So I like his matchup here, and he's been pretty damn good over the whole entire year besides these 2 matchups against the Yankees and Seattle. They're very good against lefties, and that was in Yankee Stadium, so that was a tough spot for him there. But if you look at his game log, recently besides those 2, 27 against Seattle, in Seattle, 14 against Baltimore, 21 against Detroit, 26, 21. So he's been pretty damn consistent over the whole entire season outside of a few starts. So Eduardo Rodriguez at 8,400. I think he can have another good start here. And this is another matchup where Boston heavily favored against a bad pitcher in Mike Minor. So he should be able to get the run support, and he can definitely get the win here. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as our second pitcher. We got 36.87 remaining per player for the hitter. So for my first guy, I'm going to go with Michael Brantley here at 4,700. Going against a bad pitcher for Cincinnati. Can't really say his name. He's a very strange name. It's D. Sclafani or something like that. I don't know. He's a bad pitcher for the Reds. And Michael Brantley has very good splits against right-handed pitchers. A 207 ISO against them, a 379 WOBA. So hitting the ball very well against righties. And this pitcher for the Reds, he's allowing a lot of home runs and a lot of hard contact at both sides of the plate. So I think Brantley will be able to get on base, has that home run upside against this pitcher, and just a lot of RBI and just run total, just a lot of upside across the board, I think. So they're projected 5.7 runs, can get up to 5 at-bats in this game. And like I said, he's been hitting the ball very well against right-handed pitchers. So Brantley, we're going to go ahead and lock him in there as our first hitter. For my second guy, I'm going to go with Josh Bell. A nice value here at 3,500. He's been batting in the leadoff spot in the last 2 games, weirdly enough. And so against this matchup and a bad pitcher for Washington, Jeffrey Rodriguez, a guy that's getting hit pretty hard against left-handed batters as well. I think that he can have a good little game here. He does have the power upside, even though the home run total hasn't been there this year. We saw last year he had a pretty good power. I think his ISO is around 200. So Josh Bell can get it done. He's a big boy in the leadoff spot. I think he has some good upside against a bad pitcher. Rodriguez, he's allowing a 52% hard contact rate against left-handed batters. So Josh Bell, I like the matchup here. And he was hitting the ball. He was like kind of hitting the ball better into these last couple games. Like one a little bit around like 2 weeks ago, he was going through a little bit of a hot stretch. So hopefully he can get back to that against a bad pitcher that doesn't really strike out that many guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock him in there as our second guy. And for my third guy, Steve Pearce. I love this matchup for Pearce at 3,900, going against Mike Minor. Like I mentioned, Minor not a good pitcher. Pearce absolutely killing the ball recently. Extra base hits. All the time, it seems like 2 doubles the other night, a double and this other night against Washington. I believe he had a home run. No, he had another double against New York, a double against Washington, like I mentioned. So the guy's been killing it for extra base hits, and he's going against the lefty. I think they brought him in because their lefty matchups or their lefty hitters aren't that good. So Pearce kind of gives him some upside against lefties. So in his career, very good power against lefties. And Mike Minor, he allows a good amount of hard contact and home runs to the right-handed batters. So Pearce is 4 for 8 with a double and 1 home run against Minor in his career. Small sample, but some good power definitely in this matchup. So a 3,900 for a Red Sox team that has good upside. They can put on a lot of runs in this game, and Pearce will be in the meat of that order, probably around that like 4-5 spot. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third hitter for the course. So we got Barrios, Eduardo Rodriguez, Josh Bell, Brantley, and Steve Pearce. And for a great value guy here tonight, I'm going to go with Steven Duggar for San Fran. He got his first start in the other night or yesterday against St. Louis. He won 2 for 6 with the double, 10 drafting points. So this guy, he seems like a pretty good prospect. He is pretty solid of a hitter, solid power, not great power, but like kind of average power. And the guy has good speed, though. That's kind of what I'm targeting with this play, just considering he'll be in the leadoff spot, so he will have some good opportunities, maybe another at bat or so, and he's had some solid speed. Like I think he had 11 stolen bases in around 78 games in AAA this year before being called up, so he can get some stolen bases. And Kyle Hendricks has been allowing stolen bases over his career, a decent amount, so I think Duggar in that leadoff spot, if you can just get a single, he has the ability to take off and get a stolen base on this matchup. So at 2,900, doesn't need to do that much to get us value. Like he just needs to get probably like 6+ drafting points, and it'll be kind of worth it because you're saving some money for the other hitters and the pitchers. So Steven Duggar, leadoff spot, good prospect, stolen base ability. Honestly, he could get a home run too because Hendricks has been getting killed this year. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as our third and final guy. So that is it for the plays. You got 36.25 remaining per player. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wish you guys the best of luck on this 9-game slate. Like I said, be sure to drop a like before you head out and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to get these plays every single day, and hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button to get alerted every time I upload these videos. So hope you guys enjoyed it. You can comment any questions you might have on the video. You can follow me on Twitter as well at MoneyWebby for any other thoughts I have, any like things I tweet out, or just anything else. So if you guys are interested in my tweets, you can follow me there at MoneyWebby. So good luck tonight, guys. Hope you take home some money on this slate, and we'll see you back here again next time.